been here the longest, isn't here. Shout out to AI where he is.
Can't get it together.
That's all. He made room for me.
We made room for our special guest. This is my first time back in the studio since April, since the quarantine start. So it definitely feels a little weird to be back. But thank you for taking time out to give us your attention right here. Listen Vision. This is live from the corner. Of course, I am Breezy Taylor along with
and Louisa Harrell.
And we are joined with our special guest, Jack the Serve Pro, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up?
What's going on with that? How you doing, brother?
Everything been good, man. How about you?
Oh, pretty good, man. So before we get started, we always like to check on people, see how they doing, see how their weekend was. You know, Red, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good, and I really didn't do too much of anything. Wash clothes, but today is my third child's birthday.
Congratulations! 11. Congratulations!
She's 11 and telling me what she wants all 2 weeks from So, but it's good. She's all right. Other than that, that's all. That's all I did.
That's not good.
And Mr. Jack, how was your weekend?
My weekend was incredible, man.
Yeah.
Incredible, man. I always got stuff to do. So, whether it's in the house or, roaming around, just driving, looping the beltway, I always got something to do.
I get you. And my week was pretty cool. It didn't do, too much.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been in the house since April.
He's free, y'all. For now, we don't know if he's gonna come back out.
Not a whole lot that I do until the world opens back up.
I know, right? Only place that's popping right now is Walmart and Target.
Right.
That's the only place that's popping right now.
The grocery store.
But yeah, man. Like I said, we are joined with Jack the Serve Guy, man. Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
No problem,
and everything, man. I don't know how you've been moving around those quarantine, but thank you for coming out and be with us live.
Yeah, man. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I know a lot of people don't want me knocking on the door anywhere around this time, but I'm still here and I'm still moving around. So actually, this the best time.
So
everybody home.
It's funny as you mentioned that because I was watching some of your videos and I got cheaters / dog the bounty hunter.
Yeah, you can say that.
Kind of.
You can say that.
Kind of scenario.
You can say that. 'Cause, I mean,
oh my God.
My company we offer a lot of services, so it's almost kind of like a one-stop shop.
Right.
For legal services.
And what's the name of the company?
The company is called The Serve Pros. You can follow us at The Serve Pros on all platforms. You can log on to the website at www.theservepros.com. We basically a process serving firm. Well, I like to say a legal assistance firm because we have a variety of services that we offer, such as private investigations and serving summonses and stuff like that, and background checks, and the list goes on and on. Home inspections. There's a whole lot of stuff.
Home inspections too.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff. So I'm blessed, what I'm saying. I'm real blessed, man. I'm definitely glad that you was able to check out,
oh goodness,
a couple of episodes.
Yo, look, I had a lot of laughs, man.
Yeah, we did.
I had a lot of laughs.
We did 3 episodes of Served Up. That's on my YouTube channel. So you following me and my team, chasing evasive defendants around.
Dog, the bounty hunter kind of situation.
Yeah, so man, it's just the thing. People cut up in front of that camera.
Man,
they cut up in front of that camera. They see that camera, they get to cutting up, and that's what makes the series that I'm doing is so funny. And I be trying to hold my laugh.
That's what I was going to ask you. How in the world?
Because you kind of never know what to expect. So either they gonna cut up or they just gonna not answer the door. They just gonna, like I say, it depends because they seeing cameras and stuff like that. So. That they either gonna cut up
or they really gonna cut
shut up.
Yeah. Right.
So I just thought it was a great way to tell a story of a process server, at least from the DMV area and with the things that I go through when I'm trying to serve papers and stuff like that. And I just thought it was a good idea to let people see some of the stuff, the crazy stuff that I go through. Just to serve a divorce paper or a child support paper, and it was just funny. So we got a couple more episodes that we're going to do, but due to the whole COVID-19 thing, I really wasn't bringing the team out like that.
Right.
Now, with the videos, what's your end goal? Would you like to get picked up for a reality TV show?
I mean, that'd be nice. Yeah. It's always nice because that comes with the bag. So, that's always nice. But, I mean, the end goal is, to build up my the YouTube followers and, build up the followers. You build up a, an audience that might, that want to use the services and stuff like that. So a lot of times, because you know what, people don't even know what a process server is.
That's true.
So when you go to court to file your case, whether you suing somebody for back rent or child support or modification, because there's a lot of women out there that don't let the father see their children. So when they filing these cases, the clerk will ask you, do you want the sheriff to do it or you want to go use a private processor? And a lot of times people go with the sheriffs because they feel, okay, cool. Right. We'll roll with the sheriffs because, they can get the job done. But a lot of times the sheriffs can't get it done because when it's only time the sheriff is persistent on knocking on somebody's door every day on the hour is when it got something to do with domestic violence. Okay. When it comes to a civil lawsuit, they're going to go about 2 to 3 times. That's it.
So you're the person that people evade like the plague.
Basically.
You go to them saying, hey, how you doing? You been served?
I don't hit them with that, but but the crazy part about it, people do. Oh, so I've been served. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Well,
so
why
they want to hit a line and shit. Oh, you've been served. I'm like, okay, well, I hit you with
take
it. Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's crazy, man. The stories that I have with a lot of these people, man, it's just crazy. Like now, I got 3 people that I'm chasing around town.
Oh, goodness.
Right. My thing is, let me tell you something, and this is for all the listening orders. There's no way you can avoid a summons if the plaintiff is persistent on taking you to court. You can prolong it by ducking it. Don't get me wrong. You can prolong it, but if they persistent and they paying that money, you got to come out the house sometime. You got to go to work. And at that time, that's when a brother like me will pop out the bushes and serve you some documents and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that, that I experienced and seen people going through the extreme amount to duck me. I seen a joker jump out the window.
Oh, my God.
Because he didn't want to get served,
He didn't want to put his paper to his hand.
And it was a divorce. So, usually when there's a divorce, a lot of people be pressed to get those divorce papers.
And he knew it was coming.
He ain't want them. He jumped out the window. And so I'm circling the block looking for him or whatever. And then I see him going down Central Avenue. I was like, yo. I said, man. I caught him in I forgot what store I caught him in. But I was like, look, dog. It's just court papers. You know what I mean?
It's just paper.
It's just court papers. Look, if the woman don't want you no more, man, she don't want you no more. There's nothing you can do about it.
He can contest it. Why is he running from you?
Jump out the window.
Because a lot of people believe that, as long as they duck the paper, they don't have to deal with the matter. But you always going to have to deal with it at some point. At some point, you're going to have to deal with it. So maybe not at the time you want to, but at some point, you want to deal with it. And like I said, it depends on how persistent the person is willing to get you served. Because some people, they so evasive that, they go to the extreme, to try to duck some court papers. So I'll catch you at work or I'll catch you somewhere.
What's the longest someone evaded you?
About a year, 8 hours, and 3 minutes.
Wow.
It was a foreclosure though. It was a woman in Uptown. She was uptown. She owned some buildings on Eastern Avenue. Okay. The building's been vacant for years. Just gates surrounded, no electricity, windows busted, whatever. So I'm just like, I'm not understanding why she's, she ain't paying the mortgage on the building, right? The building been sitting there for years. You probably, if you been up and down Eastern Avenue, you'd probably seen that building. As soon as you come from, 50, coming from the Maryland side, it's some apartment buildings that's like when you go into a C places, some apartment buildings over there. And she was ducking for she would not answer the door. So the client just said basically, look, I'm just gonna pay for a stakeout. I want 16 hours. So I stayed outside for about 16 hours, waiting on this woman to come out to go to work. So when she finally came out, I go to her, whatever. And I had pictures and everything of her. So I said, y'all, you such and such. She was like, no. I said, so this ain't you right here. This ain't you on this paper right here.
This someone else,
no, it ain't me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I just left the papers in there. She threw them shits out. And and she done drove off. But, my job was done.
Right.
And, Now, she showed up to court. I don't know, but it depends on what the matter's about. She didn't show up to court. If you don't show up to court when somebody serves you some papers, this is what can happen.
A warrant for your arrest?
No. Whatever the plaintiff is complaining about, they get rewarded whatever it is they wanted.
Okay.
So you don't show up, it's a possibility that the judge gonna grant them whatever they wanted. Whether it was monitored, and if it got something to do with money, and if they win that by default, they can go get some garnishment papers and then garnish your check. And then next thing you know, you sitting there trying to figure out why your check getting garnished. And guess what? You gonna call the courts, and then you gonna try to figure out what happened now. Guess what? Now you gonna file something, and you still gotta answer the whole thing over again. So, I mean, my thing is, stop trying to duck the papers. If you have to go to court, it's really ain't too many ways you can avoid it, unless it's like debt collections and stuff like that, because that stuff you can duck that. A lot of those attorneys, they bought the debt for pennies on a dollar, and they just trying to get all the money. So
back,
a lot of times when they send out service and stuff like that, a lot of times they ain't pressing out like that. So you might can duck that one. But when it comes to anything they got to do with foreclosures, child support, any type of lawsuit, don't try to duck it, because if they persist, they're going to get it.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. How did you get in this line of work?
I got in this line of work because I was going through a divorce.
Okay.
Right? The divorce was supposed to be simple. My lawyer charged me $1,000.
Okay.
But because I had a difficult partner, everything was a no. She just made it difficult. So my $1,000 ended up turning into $10,000. So my lawyer ended up saying, look, you want to work your bill off? And I was like, doing what? He said, you can serve some papers for me. Okay. Be a process server. I'm like, what's a process server? He said, you serving court papers. I said, okay, cool. I'll try it out. So I tried it out. I'm like, plus it was $50 off my bill for every paper I served.
Okay, cool.
So I'm like, by the time I finished with them, I was only paying like $4,000 for them. But once I started doing that, I started researching the market, and I was like, oh, this is like an untapped market. There's a lot of money to be made. Right. So I started working with other companies, and I'm making like $1,000 in 2 days. Okay. So I was like, and that's off of $20 a paper. Wow. So I was like, if I'm making this, I got greedy. I want the whole damn watch. You know what I'm saying? If I'm making this just over 2 days, I was like, you know what? Let me, I come from a music background, so I decided to venture to this business and promote it the same way that I would music. Okay. So
that's smart.
I've been doing this for about 10 years now, and it's keeping the lights on and stuff like that, and make a nice piece of change. So now at this point, I'm just ready to take it to another level.
Don't know what that was.
It's getting hot in here.
That was somebody's warning. He coming, y'all.
Yeah.
So you say your partner was difficult. So how did it jump from 1 to 10,000? Because it kept prolonging.
Like how long? What
fees? Because when you're in court and you sitting there, I'm like, okay, well, this is how much I'm gonna pay for child support. Okay, this is how we're gonna divide the house. This and the third. Oh no, I ain't doing that. We own the house together. Okay. So my thing was, okay, you can keep the house because we have children. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, you had to get my name off the house. Mm-hmm. And I knew that was going to take some time. So I'm like, okay, cool, get my name off the house. But at this particular deadline, you either need to have my name off the house, or we're going to have to sell it, or you're going to have to let's make some. And I'm a negotiator. So I was like, look, you can just pay me let me get the taxes at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Right. Everything was a no. I'm like, okay, look, just the amount I'll pay for the child support. And mainly what I was paying was the mortgage. Okay. Mm-hmm. So then that's what I was giving them for child support. So everything was still a no. Every time we came to try to come to an agreement, it was a no. So this take time.
It does.
So now we had to postpone the court date. No. Now we coming back again. Then we coming back again because now you take the kids away. Now I'm complaining about that I can't even see my children. So now we got to file another motion because now you in violation of an order.
By the way, ladies, please don't do that. That's not cool. That is not cool.
Yeah. So
stop being bitter.
So basically, So basically, one thing kept leading to another, and it kept going on and on. That's how my bill got as high as it did. Okay. Because one day we sat in court for 8 hours and we didn't even get seen. So that was an expensive day for me already because it was so many people in the court and then continuance and then we're going to recess and come back and somebody's case went longer than it's supposed to. So my bill was high as a mug and I was like, Lord have mercy. It's almost like the business of marriage is just a problem versus, all right, let's just have a ceremony. I'll give you a ring, you keep my name, whatever we built together, we split. Mm-hmm. If I came in the mix with something, I'm leaving out with something, so the business of marriage is definitely a problem when it's time to separate, even though you don't want to separate, but it becomes a big problem. So that's why, and then, like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. I still owe her a bottle of champagne at the end of the day because
this is your favorite, huh?
Yeah, she did because this is something that I would have never did.
Right.
And I wouldn't have never knew about it.
Right.
So because of that situation,
your circumstances,
it opened my eyes to something new, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm liking this. So and like I say, I've been cranking ever since. So.
That's cool. My divorce was not that hard, because I actually we didn't have a house. We did have a car that I co-signed for him, but I was like, look, I ain't got time for all that. You whatever.
Right.
And I didn't ask for child support. I didn't ask for all them alimony. I didn't ask for anything. So it was like,
oh man, he got it good.
I didn't want anything. I have the children, but of course we co-parent his children.
When women come into my office and they want to serve child support papers to their baby fathers, and a lot of them really don't, because I asked the question, is there a good dad? They be like, yeah. I said, so why take him up for child support? If he's doing what he's supposed to do, why do it? You know what I mean? I understand you mad for whatever reason. I understand that. You supposed to be. I get that part. But you separating the children from the father and you say it out your mouth, a lot of them say out their mouth, they're good fathers. But, the only way that a lot of women know how to get to a man is through his pockets and through his children. So a lot of them be bitter. But, ain't my job to be a mentor, but I try to do it because the things that I went through. So I'm like, look, man, won't you work it out, right? First, before you come see me. But then even if you say, oh, well, he smoked weed, he does this, he do this, he do that. I'm like, but yeah, you knew that when you met him. Right. And you still had a child with him. So now why he become unfit?
Right.
So my thing is, okay, if that's the case, and you say he's this and he's that, get it on paper, right? And then let the judge figure it out. Because if you say he don't come when he's supposed to, when he don't do this, he don't do that, he don't pay nothing. Get it on paper first. And then when he violate that order, take him for contempt. And if he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, then okay, that's on him.
Right.
But the crazy thing about it, when men come in for child support against the woman.
How often have you came across those cases?
Not that many, but I had 5 cases.
Oh, that's it?
You can count
5 cases, yeah. Because a lot of men, when they have have their children, they won't take child support.
Won't do it.
So it was a few dudes that came in the office and wanted to get take the mother for child support. And I'm trying to tell you, all the women said the same thing when I came with the papers. They was like, well, why I gotta pay? He paid when he got him, and I pay when I got him. I say, come on, man. If the shoe was on the other foot, you be taking them to the cleaners right now. So, and first of all, when the man...
Ladies.
The crazy thing, when a dude come in there and want to get a woman served for child support, first of all, how you get the kids in the first place?
But see, some men are more capable, more acceptable parents than the mothers, honestly.
Man, in the DMV... Most likely, it don't even matter. Usually, the children go to the woman. Now,
that's
in my particular
default.
case,
by default.
In my particular case, we had she had a case with child services or whatever, and just in black and white, just for investigation from the county, right? My lawyer presented it and everything. The judge said, no, she still got custody of the children. Me and my lawyer was shocked that the judge will order, the children in her custody versus mine when you got child, CPS all up on you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That type of stuff is not designed for men.
No, it ain't.
It's such against you guys. It's more fit. It's more aimed toward the women and what they want. They kind of have the power when it comes to that.
They do
and it's
have the
unfair.
power.
It's unfair.
All I can say to a lot of men out here, man, when it comes to you and your baby's mother, I mean, at the same, you just got to kill them with kindness. And for real, I'm like, if you're doing your job, it's sometimes I take that back because it's hard to do your job because no matter what I did to try to do my part, it was always resistance. And I understand where the resistance came from because of the separation and everything that went on because of the separation. So I understand that part. But men and women out here still should be able to co-parent without getting the children involved in
well, it's selfish.
what's going on.
So
you know,
did you file or did she file?
She filed.
Oh, and she still fought you?
Hey man, I mean we good now.
No, I mean
but back then it was like World War III.
War of the Roses.
Yeah, man, you know she was
wow.
on me.
I would think because she filed, she wouldn't be as.
I don't think she really wanted to do it, but it needed to be done because at this point I was done with the relationship, and you know
it was over with, basically.
Yeah, it was over with. So and it's like, okay, but at least my thing is before we separated, I wanted to be great co-parents, and I wanted to still remain friends. You know, like I say,
gosh, you sound like me.
Sometimes, people feelings be so hurt because because in her eyes she felt I destroyed the family, and in my eyes I'm like nah, because sometimes when you on two separate trains going in the opposite direction, somebody got to leave, man, because it ain't gonna do nothing but get worse. So,
and it still affects the children. It hurts the children more if you stay. And that's what I try to tell my ex-husband. Yeah. And he's like, no, because we supposed to be. I understand, but it's not working. It's more toxic with us here.
Exactly.
And the children are having the I'm sorry, not the benefit. Yeah. They're hurting from us having this relationship because you just want to have a family unit. We can have a family unit and not be together.
Exactly. And I try to instill that into my ex-wife. I was like, we still could be, we can still do family time, like, want to take the kids out and have to eat. I mean, we can still do everything outside of the husband and wife thing. And I made it my duty to be in my children's life because my father wasn't necessarily in my life, my whole life. So I never wanted to leave them feeling like I abandoned them and stuff like that because they was hurt too. And for real, you like they didn't really tell me that till they was older. Right. But it just seemed like when they're younger, they just carefree and all that. And as long as I was around, it was all good. But they told me that they didn't want to see us break up and it hurted them and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like,
I mean, kids are always the ones that suffer.
Yeah, they want their parents. Yeah. They want their parents, but then they don't understand.
They seen how toxic it was.
Yeah, but see, it's still the fact that it's mommy and daddy. It doesn't matter how toxic. Just like in my house, my oldest son still talking about, well, y'all get back together. I'm like, boy, you about to be 18 years old. Yeah, that's right. We've been divorced for a year, but we were, we've been together since I was 16. So that's a long time. He's like, well, y'all gonna know we're not.
So
together.
So y'all was been together for so long.
Everybody.
Y'all was friends before anything else. So when for one person it's devastating. I don't want to talk to you no more after that. And then for the other person, like, no, we still,
right. We can be friends.
Since we was kids. We got kids together. We can still, I want you to go out and date, and I want to meet that person, and I want to. What's that thing Jada and Will got? That that whole
with the
intertwine of the blended family.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen with him. Cause
I'm like, why we gotta do separate graduations and birthdays and all? I'm like, let's do it. Look, how you doing, brother?
Right,
how you doing, sir?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, y'all could do like Swiss Beats and. Alicia Keys, his ex-wife Mashonda go on vacation with him.
Hey man, I ain't gonna do all that.
That's a little bit too far. But the graduations, the birthdays, coming up, things like that should be okay. But that has a lot to do with your maturity.
Exactly.
And if you're not mature enough, you're not gonna get it because I get a lot of resistance from that side. And I just look at him like something wrong with you.
So let me ask you a question. So in addition to being a process server, you're also a private investigator.
Yeah.
Was that like a natural progression?
When I first started the company, everything was related. So let's say you got an evasive person. So I'm in the neighborhood sitting there for like 4 or 5 hours in a car. Yeah. If you got nosy neighbors, especially in white neighborhoods, they all taking pictures and coming up to the car and stuff like that. So if they call the authorities could tell me to leave. So I said, you know what? I think I need to go get a PI license.
Just about to ask you, yeah.
So I went and got the PI license. So now, if anybody was to call, flash my credentials, and they leave me alone because I'm here for a purpose, for a legal purpose. And at that point, they don't do nothing. So it coincided together. So I'm kind of cool. Got that license. Then bail's bondsman. It's related.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everything got to do with court.
Okay.
So I'm from the street, so I know a lot of guys is always getting locked up. So who they gonna call? Hey, I need Jack, come get me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And by me knowing these guys, because I grew up with them and stuff like that, I know, if they worthy of me bailing them out, signing my name up for them to get them out and stuff like that. So with that, then the foreclosures. A lot of times with the foreclosures, people still in the house. So we'll do an offer. The client will offer them a cash for keys. And cash for keys is basically, okay, we bought the house at an auction. We need to get in here immediately. You need to get out. I'm gonna give you $1,000 or $2,500 to get out by this weekend, right?
Okay.
And then I go in and that's when the inspection part come in, because then I go in, inspect the property, and then I hand them a check if it's up to the standards, up to the agreement that was amongst them and the client. Okay. So everything is pretty much coinciding. Every time I discover I do one thing, I discover something else. Even with like I have clients at auto dealers, and they need repossession done.
Oh, okay.
So
you repo too?
Yeah.
How was that? I heard those are some of the most dangerous. Some repos.
Well, me and my team, we dressed up like authorities. So we in uniform and stuff like that. So ain't nobody jumping out on nobody with no gun. You know what I mean? They don't know who I am for real. So they don't know if I'm with DC, PG, or VA.
Yeah, right.
So they more so gonna listen to whatever I got to say. If hand them keys over, or I'm just bring the truck around here and take it. So like I said, the more stuff I just learn more stuff. The more stuff that I do, and the more clients that I get, they always want me to do something. So that's why I was like, it's hard to pinpoint what the serve pros do. We provide a service, and it's based around process serving, but it's also a one-stop shop, because attorneys may need, even when I take it back to private investigation. So let's just say an incident happened in the hood. Average attorney ain't going around there. They ask no questions. So they'll call me.
They ain't about to tiptoe.
They'll call me to go interview a witness or whatever if something was to happen. Yeah. So attorneys, like I say, and not to mention, attorneys just want to make the money. They want to go and go in the courthouse,
right.
Say what they need to say and bounce. They ain't really trying to do no leg work. So they hire me and my team to do the leg work.
Though. That's like so many different hats, but it's all under one big ass.
Yeah, that's why I say it's
cool.
more so a legal firm. So like and I offer these services to the public as well, because let's just say you're at work, you can never get off.
Right.
You be like, hey Jack, I need to file these divorce papers. Can you file them, take them to the courthouse and file them for me? I'm like, yeah. And then don't worry about it, because once I file them, I serve them too, and then I refile it with the court.
Oh, cool.
And then all you gotta do is just call after the 30 days, once I submit the affidavit, and then just wait for the court date. So basically, you ain't did nothing. You just paid me to do the service.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? And I tell people, because sometimes it depends on where they want me to go and what they want me to do. The fees can be up and down.
Right. Where's the farthest you've gone from DC?
For a service? Yeah. Oh, we serve all 50 states. But me personally, if I had to do the serve, what's that? Harvest Grace by Baltimore. That's probably the furthest I went. Other than that, I talked to one of my affiliates in another state and serve the papers. So
that's cool.
Now, how is it working with affiliates in other states? Are there like different laws you have to once you cross state lines?
Because in Georgia, you have to do business with a process service that's approved by the county. Oh. Each county in Georgia. So they in Fayette County.
Wow.
That's in Fayette County.
You know what I mean? They have to be certified through the sheriffs in Fayette County. So
you have to have like connections in each.
Well, it's a we have a network. It's a process server network where though you can tap in with other servers in different states and stuff like that. So
that's good, because good grief.
So and vice versa, because I do service for out of state people from New York and stuff like that, because they need to serve somebody in DC.
Oh, okay.
So it's a nice network.
Do you get a cut of that? If someone from out of state asks you to do something, what's your cut?
Well, they ask me my fee, and then whatever they charge their clients is what they charge their clients. So if somebody wanted somebody served in Georgia from DC, and I'm like, okay, I probably charge $50, but the person in Georgia might charge $75.
Right.
So I'm just adding those fees on it. But and that's for me, setting it up and doing the after day, because I still have to do the after day and stuff like that. Or if you being cheap, I just say, well, I can link you up with an affiliate in that state, and then you deal with them. So it's kind of, people don't want to deal with other people in other states.
Have you done any international?
No, I mean, I never. I put it like this. It was a case that I had. I think the guy was from somewhere from Africa, and Audi was trying to sue him because he stole a brand new Audi. I don't know how he did it, but he gave him a check, but the check bounced, and somehow the car ended up in Africa somewhere. So I don't know the whole part of the scam, how he did it. So they had me looking for this cat for so long. What? I was like, when I did a background check on him, I'm like, man, that dude is in Africa. So I was like, it's no way, even if he did get served out there, he don't have no obligation to come back to America and hear that case. He's staying, obviously he stole that car and probably other cars, and he planned on staying where he was at. So international, it really wouldn't matter.
What the hell?
You know what I mean? Because they don't have to come over here and answer to the law.
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay, they just know not to come back over because, depending on what it was,
right.
Criminal, then, if they come back over the state lines, then yeah, they gonna get caught. But if it's some civil stuff and they came back over line.
Quickly, before we take a quick break, what's the craziest, the wildest case you've
had
to
the first episode of Served Up. Go to the lady house, right? And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm looking for such and such. I said, do he live here? Well, he don't live here. I said, but is he here though?
No,
but he don't live here. So we get on back and forth and all that. I said, well,
that one breathing.
I said, well, here's his divorce paper. So he come to the door and see this is the thing.
So he comes.
So look,
sorry,
the thing was, this the
y'all
thing.
Gotta go on YouTube and watch these videos.
So this was the thing. The wife had a problem with serving him because he was ducking the papers.
Mm-hmm.
So she calls me up and say, can I do a serve for? I said, yeah, where you want me to do it? Well, it's in Woodbridge or whatever. And she said, I'm out here, so could you come to do it? So I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna come do it. And I'm hyped. I said, yo, get the cameras. We're gonna do this. So we go to the door and look, they was in full, uncut everything. So she said, yeah, he been ducking the work, blah, blah, blah.
And she did right there.
Yeah, she over here, he over his
right
bitch house.
there.
I said, this house. I was like, okay, cool.
It was crazy.
I go knock on the door. So we come to the door. He like, you gonna bring these people to my crib though? I was like, your crib?
Right. She
ain't you supposed to be with the white?
Right.
He over there with the side chick. So he said he was gonna take the papers. The side chick was like, what you mean you gonna take the papers?
Next put him in the headlock. She put him in the headlock and made him. He said, "Here, put it in his hand. Put it in his hand." I was like, Are you serious?" And pushed him back into the house and closed the door and came back out and said, "Bitch, next time you come, you better have the clothes to wear to fight. I'm gonna whoop your ass." I was like,
I couldn't do nothing but laugh. So. But I try to hold my composure when a lot of stuff goes on because it's a lot more.
Now, have you ever laughed at somebody's face because you just couldn't hold it in any longer?
Nah, actually, I'm pretty good with holding it. You might see a smirk.
Videos, I saw
I was like, once they close the door, it's on in public. I'm laughing like a mother. But I try to stay professional as I can, and I was like, I don't want to make it look like they got some hood rat come knocking on the door and stuff. So I try to stay professional as I can. But I'm all for it though. When they come in the office right now, I got it set up in the office when we open back up. I got the camera set, so when I have a lot of those people coming in already rowdy and talking bad about the defendant, I'm like, well, you want to get them on tape, and then you can sit right there, talk whatever you want to talk, and then when I go serve, I'm gonna say, look, man, you want to rebuttal to this, what your baby mama said or whatever, So like I said, it's a hoot.
All right, PJ, let's go ahead and take a quick break. PJ, during the break, play the second video I sent you. Yeah, we'll take a quick break. Be back in a couple minutes.
Please pay attention to these videos.
Live from the.
back with another video. I'm out here chasing an invasive defendant. She flat out told me she ain't taking the papers and I ain't gonna never catch her. So to me, that's a challenge. You know, she's ducking child support modification papers. I went to her door a couple of weeks ago. She wasn't home, but her son was, so I left my card with her son and told him to tell your mother give me a call. I got some court documents for her. She needed to appear in court. So she called me back, all hood reddish in the ghetto. Who is this? What I gotta go to court for? I said, I got some court papers for you, ma'am. You gotta go to court. For what? I said, well, apparently it look like it's for child support modification. Oh, no, I ain't going. You ain't gonna never catch me. I ain't gonna never be home. And she wasn't lying. The address I got for her, after that day, she never came back home. So obviously she over a family member house or a boyfriend house, but she never came home. I even did a drive-by at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Car was not there. So I'm like, okay, come to find out she over a boyfriend house. It's Corona season right now, so right now everybody got to be in by 8 o'clock. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to catch her on a come-in, because I rode past the house early today. She wasn't there. So I'm going to get her on a come-in, see what she got to say when she see my face. Because she was real gangster about it. I wasn't going to serve her. Like, all right, cool. I got you, baby. Got you. Don't even worry about it. I fell back for a couple of weeks and everything was all good. It's all over with. But it's going to be, she in a rude awakening. She's going to get a rude awakening today, baby. This called jump out season. This is what I like to call jump out season. What's the day? Today is Wednesday. Yeah, this jump out Wednesday. Jump out on her ass when she pull up to the house trying to go in. See what she got to say then. So I'll keep y'all posted. Hey.
This all for prison reform. Don't let no motherfucking body else die like this, man.
How you doing, man? Miss Brown, right? You gotta get him. You gotta get him. Huh? You still gotta go to court. Yeah, that is you. That's your car, right? I mean, you still gotta go. You still gotta go. I mean, you don't have to go if you don't want to. All right, well, here we go right here. You can choose to go if you can choose to go or not. It's on you. Look, she see what she doing. Yeah, so I ended up catching her. Caught her off the creek. I pulled up on her. I ain't really get good video of it, but that's why when I do my videos, I go out with the crew and all that. But this particular, I just use my phone, put it in my pocket. But I didn't really get a good video of her. But like I say, I got you. You ain't gonna be ducking and think I ain't gonna get you. Soon as you tell me you ain't gonna take it, oh, I'm gonna find you. Straight up. So, you know, be looking out for the serve guy, baby. Always get my man. This is Jack. If you like any of the content that you see on this channel right here, please subscribe. Let me say it again. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell for new uploads. Hey everybody, this is Jack, the Serve Guy, and I'm back with another video. So let's get straight into it. This story is coming.
Okay, as you saw the drama, he was trying to serve somebody, a lady, child support papers, and she wouldn't take it. She tried to windshield wipe it off. He didn't already did his job.
Yeah.
Just let it be. Okay, so what is the stress level for this type of job? Like what?
Not
what you do.
Not for me, but for some of my team. It was incidents that people came to the door on them with a gun.
Oh wow.
You got incidents where violence took place and stuff like that. So like I said, it's not so much for me. It's just like my team and other process servers that's in the business.
Okay.
Because a lot of times you going on people's property,
Right.
Especially in rural areas.
Right.
And I try to section my servers off in different areas. So if I got a white server, you got the white areas.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like we have in Anacostia, right?
So they might still get the gun pulled out on them. They might still get a gun pulled out on them.
Yeah, but at least it's less like. But when it's a black person coming to it's always a problem. So I'm like, you know what? Just keep you from there unless you go early in the morning.
Right.
My stress level is straight. I'm not that stressful with this.
But you can tell in the videos that you're not. You're just like, look, I'm here to do my job. And,
that's it. That's it. And like I said, most of the time it's funny with me because it's just a lot of people just don't want the papers. You know what I mean? And then it'd be dumb. It's like I said, the video that you guys saw. It was just she didn't want to pay child support. That's it.
How has quarantine affected you? Has it been easier as far as serving people?
It's been easier, but it affected me a lot because the courthouses are closed.
Right.
So
right.
a lot of people don't know we can still file your paperwork.
Right.
Because we are allowed to still deal with the clerks and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you can still file your paperwork online and give it to us to file it.
Okay.
But it's no telling when you want to get a court hearing. A lot of court hearings, depending on what it is being Zoom.
Yeah, virtual. Yeah.
So
and weddings.
They don't have to. They don't have to all get Zoom.
Yeah. So I still have steady work coming in, but it still affected me because a lot of the courthouses are closed, and then all these I got a pile of attorneys calling me now about evictions. I'm like, ain't nothing you can do right now.
Right. Right.
Ain't nobody working.
Right.
So I'm like, but to be fair, a lot of them was already in the arrears before you even got to the quarantine.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. You can give them a notice and I can put it on the door and hopefully they'll give up something. But for the most part, once courts open, it's gonna be a lot of eviction.
Probably gonna be a floodgate open.
It's gonna be a floodgate, as far as like eviction, and like I say, domestic violence done went up, divorce rate done went up.
That's because people don't know who they live with.
All day.
They don't know who they live with.
Exactly.
when you never home,
yeah.
That can be fun, but if you don't know who you live with, y'all just passing, going to work, coming home, just feed each other when you sleep, ready to go to bed. Yeah, that's why.
But it's funny how two people that are in a committed relationship can get on each other so much nerves in an 8-hour day as opposed to being at home together for 4 hours in the evening.
I'm gonna tell you the type of person I am.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we get off work. Between the time you get home, time you go to bed, about what, 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, so that's not that long.
That's not that long.
That's not that long.
You talking about all day?
That's an extra 20 hours.
Just the littlest thing. I don't even like the way you breathing. I'm pissed off.
How you eat cereal like that?
Yeah, so
I'm it's so funny to me because I haven't had much problems with my kids being home. Well, I love my children. I wanted to homeschool them anyway. And
how's that going?
It's fine. Well, we're not in school. They're not in school right now. But I wanted to homeschool. I used to homeschool my children at first, too. And then with my family there, I'm just okay with it. Now, if you got on my nerves before, then you're pretty sure you got on my nerves now. But it's okay. It wasn't extra for me. Right. And so me as a person, I will get on your nerves to make you smile. So, I'll cut on the music and just start dancing.
You get on my nerves sometimes on the show.
Right. It's my job to get on your nerves, Breezy. And it's my job to get on AI's nerves. But we don't live together. So, the people that live with me. But I cook, I will feed you, I clean, I wash everything. So if I want to make you smile by doing everything, that's me. But that's in my house. I've seen people in my neighborhood that I be just want to hug sometimes because they just be having
Hey,
problems.
man, you gotta
They
keep
do need to be hugged.
Hey man, you gotta keep.
And
a
I
sense
go
of
in the
humor.
house, I'm be like, yo, did y'all hear that? What's wrong with them? And then we just laughing. You know, that's just how we are.
You
But
gotta keep a sense of humor through all this. But
People-
my 2 older kids are grown, but I have a younger one.
okay.
12. She gets on my nerve. All she
Well,
does
that's her
is
job.
eat, eat all day.
I know.
Eat all
Oh,
day.
gosh, I'm in the grocery store all the
I'm
time.
like, I just went shopping. You eating up all the food. I'm in the room.
They not even
watching
hungry.
TV. All you keep hearing is zzz,
Actually,
eating up all the
I wanted to ask our parents, right? When the kids eating like, are they hungry or they just bored?
No, they bored and probably need some water.
Hey, I'm like, yo,
probably need some
I feel
water.
like I'm John Witherspoon. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the
I
food.
just said something to my 12-year-old daughter. I'm like, stay out my damn kitchen, dog. She's like, what? Get out my kitchen, dog. Like,
Yeah.
for real. That's like I told them. They eat too much. They
I'm about
eat too much.
to get like my aunt. My aunt.
Better boat lock on it.
Yeah, you already know.
My dad did that.
You already. She had the padlock and the boat on that joint.
You ain't hungry. Get out.
Oh man.
Well,
It's so funny. That is
Well,
too
Jack,
funny.
man, we definitely thank you for blessing us with your presence and everything, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed it like we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Please let people know where they can find you at. If they want some services done, where they can find you at and all that good stuff.
Look, if you want some services done, no matter what it is, I support the men and the women because I had a few videos, talking about deadbeat dads, and a lot of cats was in their feelings and stuff like that. I like, man, if you ain't doing your job, you ain't doing
Right,
your
Right,
job.
you
the
getting
deadbeat
your
one, they got their
feelings.
feelings.
Right.
Basically,
Right.
but if you want to find Jack the Serve Guy, log on to www.theservepros.com. You can follow me on all social media at The Serve Pros. Log on to my YouTube channel and subscribe to Served Up. That's the web series that I got going on. We on episode 3. It's on pause for a sec because of the whole COVID-19. But please subscribe to that channel, and we're gonna have new episodes coming up soon. So remember, the Serve Pros. If they deserve it, we will serve it.
Hey.
Point blank.
Catch your jingle. Catch your jingle.
Yeah, no, right.
Right?
And please go on there and watch it, y'all. It is worth your time, I'm telling you. And it makes you actually look at, your situation might not be so bad. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's
So
all the
yeah,
same.
please,
And it
go.
makes you think that, hey, I ain't that messed up.
Nah.
You might be, though.
Red,
Might be.
where came from, yeah, Red?
I always tell people, you never know what you need till you need it. So holler at your boy, man.
You can find me on Facebook at Louisa Harrell and on Instagram and Twitter and Lovely Beautiful Mind 30.
And of course, you can find me, Breezy Taylor, BREAZY Taylor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And you can catch us here every Wednesday, 9 to 10. Listen Vision live from the corner. We love y'all. Hope y'all enjoy the show. We enjoy the show. PJ, take us home, man.
Thank y'all. Catch you
Thank
next
you.
week.